Hello, Washington chiropractors. This is Jeff Kerwin with the WSCA, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to file a complaint with the OIC. By now, all of you will have received at least one denial for CPT code 99072 on a qualifying plan. However, the WSCA has met with the OIC, and they report that they have no chiropractic complaints against insurers for 99072 denials. We know that it can be difficult to identify a state-regulated plan, but there are a few easy ways to figure it out. First, you can ask the carrier if the plan is state regulated by the OIC. This is a yes or no question, and no other response should be accepted. If they answer yes, the insurer must reimburse for the PPE at the rate of $657 per patient encounter per day using code 99072. If they answer no, the insurer doesn't have to reimburse, and you can just move on. If the carrier refuses to answer yes or no, tell them you will file a complaint with the OIC. Whether or not a plan is state regulated is not proprietary information, so there is no reason for them to withhold that information. Second, you can log into your provider portal for the insurer and see if it tells you what type of health plan is covering a particular patient. They may use the terminology state regulated, fully insured, or OIC filed plan. Any of these will indicate that the plan qualifies under the new PPE reimbursement law. Now, each OIC complaint is important, but the commissioner needs multiple complaints to know there is a widespread problem. If you don't file complaints, and multiples of them, the magnitude of the problem will not be clear, and the WSCA will not be able to elevate the issue with the OIC. In such a case, the insurers will simply get away with breaking the law. A number of chiropractors have told us that the complaint process is time-consuming. But as I'm about to show you, it can be completed very quickly. And if you have multiple complaints on the same topic, you can copy and paste much of the same language. The OIC's complaint form is intended for use by the public, so no one is expecting you to have detailed knowledge of insurance laws or that you use specific or technical language. The idea here is just to convey the relevant information that indicates there is a problem, what it is, who is involved, and what the OIC can do about it. There is one thing you must avoid though, and that is using any information that could potentially identify a patient. If there is anything in the complaint form that can personally identify a patient, whether it's a patient's name, address, phone number, email, policy number, or something else, the OIC will throw it out. So, knowing that, here's how you should file your complaints. First, go to oic.wa.gov. On the left-hand side of the page, just under How Do I, click the first option labeled File a Complaint or Check Complaint Status. On the next page, click the green button that says File a Complaint. On this first page of the form, you identify the insurance company that gave you the denial. Select Life, Health, Annuity, Disability from the drop-down menu, and then enter and confirm your email address. Next, you tell the OIC about the problem. It doesn't need to be long. It just needs to state the problem. It can be as simple as the insured has a state-regulated health plan. Provider billed carrier for PPE reimbursement for the June 9th, 2021 patient encounter. Carrier denied the claim, stating that the code is bundled with another service. Of course, if they gave you a different reason, list that one instead. Next, you tell the OIC what you want the company to do. Here, you can say, I want the carrier to reimburse me for code 99072 as required by law. Next, you'll click the green arrow button labeled Next. The fields on this page are optional. You can skip them by clicking the green Next button again. On this next page, you'll fill out your own contact info, then click the green Next button again. This next page will ask if you're the insured. Answer no. Additional fields will pop up. Select Provider from the drop-down menu and leave the rest of the fields blank. Then click the green Next button again. The fields on this page are only to be filled out if the person making the complaint is the insured. Leave these blank as well, then click the Next button. This last page has a disclaimer about what information is public, what is not, and what information the OIC may share with other agencies. You can click the opt-out box if you want to, but there is no need to. Nothing you have typed so far is protected information. Now, just click the green Agree and Submit Complaint button, and you're all done. At first glance, the form can look lengthy and convoluted, but in reality, most of the fields won't apply to you, and you can skip them. In fact, with the exception of the name of the insurance carrier, the date of service, and the reason for denial, you can pretty much copy and paste the rest of it. In all, it shouldn't take you or your staff more than 1 or 2 minutes to file each complaint. Now that you know this, you can start filing your complaints en masse. It will be clear that the insurers are violating the law, and then the OIC can take action. If you have any questions about this process, please feel free to contact the WSCA at wsca@chirohealth.org or call 206-878-6055. Holding insurers accountable is one way that the WSCA is helping chiropractors help patients.